Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our second part of our session. This is the day one PM session of our training workshop on teaching, learning, enhancement in computers. So we'll be continuing our discussion with basically the criteria for the workshop. So we are now on part two of our workshop. So to have a recap, let me show you my screen. Okay, now, so this is the rubric for the teacher learning enhancement training. And as I've said, this is divided into two parts. The first part is the MS Word, MS Excel, and MS PowerPoint. And it has 12 criteria that we performed. And now, we are now on the internet applications. I think this will take, um, hopefully this will not take longer than the first session. And so that I can update you with the questions that are coming out for the theoretical exam. This is just five criteria uh, sample from the internet applications that we'll be performing. So what we did is uh, the worksheet that we have on Microsoft Word. So your worksheet will look like this one. You have your name here on the left side. Then you put at the center the TW-TLEIC workshop. And then just don't put any dates. Put there below your name, part one, for Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So after that, this will be preceded by the screenshots of the outputs that you did. So the first one is here until number 12. So most of these were the criteria that we from 1 to 12. So basically, we are now on internet applications, and the first criteria says here sa metrics not rubrics naton. First criteria for internet is the examinee can log in and log out from Gmail. So right now, teachers, please open your internet and go to Gmail. You type www.gmail.com. Okay. So right now I'm using Microsoft Edge because I have logged in from my wait, somebody is knocking on our doors. Okay. Um, okay. So going back with our discussion, so you just put in your URL www.3ws.google.com. Okay, this will enable you to go to Google, and then what you're going to do is to sign in your account for Google. So I'm gonna press the sign in button. Okay, then for sign in, you put there the account that you will open. So make sure it is a Google account. Please don't input any account from your other browsers or any other accounts. It must be a Google account. So now I will log in at my .edu account. So I'll just type. Okay, then next. While doing that, you produce a screenshot. Okay, so later. Then your password. Please do not show your password. Okay, then produce a screenshot again, and then right-click it to our activity. So you paste there from the login from Google together with your password. So again, do not show your password, just the screen. Just produce a screenshot. And then click next. So after that, you will be directed to your Gmail accounts. If not, you press Gmail on the upper right portion of your screen. Then you can produce a screenshot while loading and put that on your Microsoft Word. And then go back again. You wait for the you wait for Gmail to be loaded in your screen. And then finally, after it is loaded, after you can sign into your inbox, to your Google inbox, you produce a screenshot and then paste it on your board. So basically, on number 1, you can produce at least 3 screenshots of the process of logging in and out of your Google accounts. Okay? Then after this, we'll proceed to number 2. Any questions? Teachers, do you have any questions regarding our criteria number 1?
None, sir.
Okay, I'm hoping that you did a screenshot on this. And then we'll proceed with criteria number 2 afterwards. Okay, so let's proceed with number 2 for internet. The second one is, the second criteria states that the examinee can send an email across all platforms. Example, we have Google to Google, or Google to Yahoo, or etc. So, okay, what we're going to do, I'm gonna demonstrate to you how are you going to send email, and then we're going to compose an email. So what you're going to do is to click compose here on the left side, lower than your Gmail logo here. There's a button which says compose. And what you're going to do is to click this. I think the internet is getting slow, so, or probably I can just, okay. Okay, so after clicking compose, what will happen is a new tab will appear on the right side, the bottom side, right bottom side of your screen. And then this is a new tab which you can send email. So for the 2, what you're going to do is to type in the email address of anybody who are you going to send an email with. So for example, I'm gonna send an email to myself because I have 2 email accounts. So I'm gonna write here, I should at gmail.com. Okay, for a while. Just a minute sulod. Sige. Wait lang. Okay, sige. So, going back to our discussion, what I did was to input an email address which I'm going to send a message. Then afterwards, for the subject, I'm gonna put here test email. Please do the same. And then for the content of the email, I'm gonna write here hi, and then I'm going to say or send the email. So before doing this, I'm going to print screen so that I can have a screenshot. Then what you're going to do is to put number 2 here. Then number 2 criteria, you paste there your email, yeah, this one. Then afterwards, you press send, and then you check if ever your email was already sent. So it says here message sent, and then print screen, and then going back to our Word, and then paste. And then another one, sa last, isa na lang, you have to view the message. Why na siya, nadula na. But anyway, na-send naman kay there's a, there's a prompt here that says that your email was sent already. So altogether, na-send na ang email sa address ka recipient. Okay, so think of someone, your friend, or any email address that you can think, and then send a sample email to that person, and then provide a screenshot. That would be your number 2. Okay? If ever you cannot think about anybody, you can send email with. You can send an email to me using my other account, that is iansugatlan@gmail.com. So don't forget to send an email and provide a screenshot. That's number for the number 2 criteria. Any questions? Okay, please ask questions for sending an email. Does everybody know how to send an email already? Okay, I'll take it as a yes. Right, everyone? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano content ka number 1?
The content of number 1 is the examinee can log in or log out from Gmail.
Oo, sir. Then, number 2.
Then number 2, the examinee can send an email across all platforms. Like for example, if you're yes, ma'am. If your Gmail account is in Google, you can send an email to Google or to any other email attachments like Yahoo and other accounts.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You can just use your Gmail, ma'am. But you can send it to other platforms. Like for example, there are email platforms like Yahoo, Outlook for Microsoft. But I'm using still the rocketmail.com. Ang karanguna pang other name ka Yahoo. It's still active until this day, and I'm still using it in my webinars. I have also an account in Lycos ata, but it's not active anymore. Just a student, teachers, I'm sorry. Just a sample of sending an email to somebody that you know, and then you just provide a screenshot. That's number 2. All right. All right, ma'am and sir. Is it clear already?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Just bear with me because I'm hoping that you're doing this, and maybe you can pass it afterwards if you finish. with our activity, because this will be the basis for your skills output of our seminar. By the way, if ever you have not logged in with our attendance this morning, kindly go to the chat box and you can find there the link for the attendance kaginang aga. Okay, I forgot update kagina before we leave. I forgot that we still have an attendance delay. So if ever, because I think you are 16 all in all. 16, we have 16 participants. So I did saw the response for the attendance. Pulo lang gid ang naka-login. So may anong pangaway ka attendance gina. Just go to the chat box. You can find there the link for the attendance in Google Forms. So thank you so much, and we'll proceed with the third criteria. Okay, to continue with our discussion this afternoon, we are already on the third criteria for internet, and that will be the examinee can surf the internet using a portal. So you can choose any portal. I think you can actually do 2 searches in 2 portals. No, what I'm suggesting is other than Google, because permi man ninyo ginagamit ang Google, you can go to Yahoo and MSN, or probably Bing. Okay, it's a search engine. It's another search engine that you can. Okay. So I think I'm going to have a demonstration first. Let me log out lang with my account lang. Sige. Okay, I'm using 2 browsers. No? I'm using Brave browser, and this is Microsoft Edge. And then let's go back to the first browser that I'm using. This is the Brave browser. It's much faster compared to Chrome. Okay, so on my URL, you can see there. Besides Google, let's try bing.com. So you just put there in the URL bing.com. This is another search engine, an alternative for Google, because in Google search, we're using Google search every time. So let's try another one. So you can see there on Bing. Bing is actually a search engine from Microsoft, and you can browse it. You can use this as you use Google. So, for example, if we search Corona virus, okay, just like you're doing in Google, no, sa URL, sa search box. Then press enter, or you can click on the search button. So you can see there searches in Bing, just like searches in Google. Then after that, no need to click the link. All you have to do is you go to the link. The link is colored blue, right? So if you're going to direct your mouse cursor there, you will notice that the blue link will be underlined. So by doing that, you are recognizing that is the link for another web page. Okay. So what you're going to do is to produce a screenshot lang, print screen, and then paste it in your and post 3 criteria. So number 3, then paste. Okay. Now go to lang next page na siya. Okay, so that is a search using bing.com, not Google. Okay. Okay, then we'll try another search engine. This time, it's Google. It's not Bing. It's the. Have you heard about? No. Have you heard about DuckDuckGo? This is an alternative for for Google, but this is an alternative for Google, and this is another search engine, just like your Bing and Google. Pero this one is a parsing search engine wherein you'll be hitting the right web pages if ever you are searching for this. So what I'm saying is, gina-parse. Sa Google now, it's not the, if you're going to Google something, first nga magwa sa URL ninyo, so may ang first screen ninyo is ang na-optimize nga link using SEO or ang tool nyo ginagamit sa mga magpa-rank ka mga websites. Pero sa Bing, why siya gina-rank? Sa Bing the same. Sa DuckDuckGo, why siya, and then why siya advertisement, dayon gina-rank niya according sa searches dito na. Not unlike Google, nga sa Google ginagamitan ka SEO, search engine optimization. So it might be sa Google, if you will notice, mag-search ka kay sa word, ang nag-appear nga first na website or page, hindi ang muda akong gisa ang ginamino or ang ginaano. So pangitaon mo pa. Pero in DuckDuckGo, I think more likely kung ano yung gina-search mo, ang mugidaya gugwa. So try natin na. Ang spelling niya is www. Sa URL lang. You type there duck as in pato bala. Duck bala na. So duck, D-U-C-K. Then another duck. So the one duck, and go. So the spelling is this one. And .com. Okay, so you can try there on your URL, DuckDuckGo. Then you press enter. And then itsura niya, the first thing that you can see there is just like Google, pareho lang tsura na, and Bing, the same. Pero you can see there the logo nanda ang pato. So and then you can search there sa search box. So we'll search another another search. We'll have another search. This time it's the same word lang, coronavirus. And then we'll see kung ano magwa. Okay. So instead of a link, ang unang nga nagwa is ang information about coronavirus. So ang link na makikita ninyo will be here sa dalong, this one. Pero I think it's more complete because it has images. No, you don't, unlike Google na dapat ano ka pa, mangita ka pa, pinduton mo pa ang image link ka Google and then ma-display at ang images. So this one, what happens here in our search in DuckDuckGo is the summary or the statistics for coronavirus, and then you have pictures, and then you have the recent news. So So I think it's more complete compared to Google, but I'm not ma'am and sir, I'm not convincing you to use this. Only I'm presenting you an alternative searches for Google for your convenience. So this one, and then you provide a screenshot, print screen, and then go back to our PowerPoint, Word, and then right click and paste. So that's about it, our number 3 criteria. Let's go to number 4. Limang lang siya kabilog. I think the last two is more mas mapos kay we're doing this. Okay. Number 4 criteria. So the examinee can use the social media for messaging. So just put in your URL whatever messaging social messaging tool that you have. For me, I'm using, like for example, in our training works, I'm still using here training workshop in our messenger. Okay, just before you can go to the messenger, you just have You go to Facebook. Okay, you have to open your Facebook account in your URL. As you can see, I'm opening my Facebook account, and then you look for our training workshop, no? Sa ano na to, no? Or see all in Messenger. Just click this one. But before that, you produce a nice screenshot. So this one will be the screenshot for our number 4. Okay, so this one. And then another screenshot if you open your Messenger. Then you go to our Messenger here. And then see all in Messenger. What will happen is you will be directed to the Messenger application inside Facebook. So let's wait for a while while it is loading. So you will notice that from time to time the turning of Facebook to Messenger is sometimes very slow because of the internet connection. Please be patient in doing this. So as you can see now, okay. This is our GC. This is our GC for the training workshop. The last message here is the link that I sent to you, Kalina, before you go to our session. So in Google Meet, what we're going to do is to provide a screenshot. If you you provide a screenshot and then paste it in our below the Facebook application. Then that's our number 4. And the last one will be number 5. Number 5 criteria is the examinee can view selected videos on YouTube. For this one, what we're going to do is go to the Facebook account. No. To your Google, just open YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna open YouTube here in another tab. You can write the YouTube. And then you let YouTube load its interface. And then, ma'am and sir, please wait for a while. Let me finish our criteria, and then you can have your questions later, so that we'll have a simultaneous exchange of ideas. Please be patient in doing this. Again, the internet connection is not that conducive. Okay, so this is our YouTube interface. As you can see there, the logo of YouTube, the search box for YouTube. So first things first, no. Produce a screenshot, Anay. Then go to your account. Number 5 criteria. Then paste this. Okay. Then go back to YouTube. And then search any topic in YouTube. So what I'm searching is coronavirus again. Coronavirus. Then press enter. Or you can click the search button. Okay. So then the first video that the video link that you can see, just click it, and then it will be loaded in our the video will be loaded. Okay, then afterwards you play the video and then press print screen. Nag-load din siya. medyo may nakikita ng internet na ano. And then and that image in our workshop. Okay. Let me close lang the YouTube because it's too much bandwidth, no? So after doing this, please close YouTube if you don't want to use it. Okay, it uses a lot of bandwidth. Okay, so I think that's all about this. Let me have a walkthrough first on the criteria, on the 5 criteria for internet, and then let's answer your questions. Okay, so the first criteria is the examinee can log in and log out from Gmail, so you have to perform that. So number 2, the examinee can send an email across all platforms. Number 3, the one number 2, no? Sorry for the number, no? I think anom siya kabilo. Pero nagsala lang po number ni. Number 3, the examinee can search using Google, an alternative search engine. Then number 4, the examinee can surf the internet using the portal, Yahoo, MSN, etc. I think this is related ang 3 and 4. Okay, number 5. Improvement in numbering. Just follow the criteria. Number 5, the examinee can use social media for messaging. Ayun, no, correct. Design lang ulit ang daya yung number 2. So sorry. Design lang sila. May 2A and 2B, no? 2A and 2B. Para hindi ka ma-confuse. So this is number 3. Number 4 will be the examinee can use social media for messaging. And number 5 will be the examinee can view selected videos on YouTube. Okay. Okay, so let me stop presenting for a while and let's go to Q&A. So, Ma'am and Sir, I think you have seen the demo of our criteria for the internet this afternoon. Let me ask you to ask me some questions about the things that we perform. Do you have any clarifications for this session? Good afternoon. Hello, Ma'am and Sir. Yes, Ma'am Matundukan. Ma'am Matundukan, do you have any questions? I've seen your microphone was hello. Hello. Okay, let me read the comments sa text box. Okay, sige. Okay, sorry about that. My throat hurts for after lunch kaya maghambal. Pero anyway, I think we had this video is recorded right now. So once again, I'm gonna ask your permission to post this video on YouTube so that you can go through again our session if ever you missed out on something, maybe on the criteria that we mentioned earlier, or probably that you can straighten out any doubts regarding the things that we performed for this afternoon. Okay. I'm encouraging you, Ma'am and Sir, to ask questions. There's a question from Ma'am Atundukan here. Sir, you can have as many Google accounts as you want, sir. The answer is, I think, yes, ma'am. You can create as many Google accounts as you have. Don't forget to have to set a password for each. Or maybe I'm not encouraging you to do it because Depende kung diin nga applications ninyo i-apply ang Google accounts ninyo, no? Siguro sa Netflix, hindi. Netflix di ka-expire. Pero if ever that you, please have an official Google account for you to, for you to use, so that all your communications will be based on one account. As for myself, because I have two Google accounts. The first is with .edu.ph, because ISCOF is currently procuring an account from Google, a paid account. Just like any state university, I think plus Visayas State has their own um, email from Google because they're using Google Classroom, no? Just like ISCOF, we're using a paid account in Google. That's why we had a .edu escof.edu.ph account. So that is allotted for us faculty. At the same time, to our students, may andadan nga unique niya Google account, na Gmail account. This was implemented before the pandemic, so I think so that it will be advantageous for them and for us to use Google Classroom as our LMS, and then we can just upload our materials on Google Classroom, and then they can pass their work there in Google Classroom lang. So the same thing as you, what you're going to do is to pass your activity ang activity natin for the workshop sa Google Classroom ninyo. Pero just wait for a while, because sa second session pa rin ang lecture natin sa Google Classroom with Dr. Alingaran. She will be handling that, and she will instruct us on how to log into our Google Classroom. And you can also use Google Classroom for free, maski hindi ka mo paid account, ang libre ninyong account, but with only limited access to some of their applications. But the good news is, if ever it's free, maski free siya, most of the major functionalities or major applications of Google Classroom is also found on the free account. In Google Meet, this is part of the Google package. I'm sorry, ma'am and sir, I'm not speaking in behalf of Google. No, I'm not an employee of Google, but we're using Google applications because it's much convenient for us, and it's easier to understand and use. So after the pandemic, this was implemented because some of our teachers are using Google applications, just like Google Meet and other for communication, and Google Classroom for instruction inside the classroom. So whenever you decide about internet access with your students, I think this will come in handy because it's very user-friendly. And again, this is only a choice for you. This is an option. We're not saying that you're going to implement with Google Classroom, but this is a start. This is a good perspective for you to start. And we're requiring you to have our activity within Google because it's for us to be more accessible in terms of classes for our classes. So regarding the activity or the criteria for the metrics, I will send you a copy of the metrics in our chat on our GC for you to be guided on the things that you know. If you cannot follow in our instruction here right now. Ma'am Atunbukan is asking if ever what is the capacity of each Google account. I think, ma'am, it's 15 gigabytes free. It's 15 gigabytes. I think that is enough for us to store anything, because if you have a Google account that is true to all applications, you can use all across applications. Mainly, not only with the functionality of your email, but also if you're using Google Drive, if you're familiar with Google Drive, Google Drive is an alternative cloud storage for us. I think in the future we're going to use cloud storages, not anymore ang mga flash drives natin or USB sticks. If you have your USB sticks or your flash drive, as they call it, others call it flash drive, others call it USB sticks. Pero it's not USB, no? Please don't call it USB because USB is an acronym for Universal Serial Bus, and USB is found at the back of your computer units or the sides of your laptops. USB na siya. Ang port na siya na ginakonektahan ka flash drive ninyo. But if you're referring to the storage, just like this one, if you're referring to a thumb drive, this one, this is called a flash drive or a thumb drive, or you can call it USB sticks. Pero ang ginasaksakan, that is USB. Clear na? Okay, sometimes ang terminology, I know that some of you are not very techy, but some of you are tech savvy also. So I'm just saying the terminology, no, kasi ma-confuse kita. Parang whenever you meet someone or somebody which is tech savvy also, you can converse that you have a flash drive or a USB stick, and then ang nasaksakan is the USB, no, naman na siya. Clarification. That is only a clarification, because we have a lot of time, and you're asking me about some terminologies also, so I'm just sharing with you the things that we know. Okay, so it's good if you have Google accounts because for sending emails also, at the same time, you can use Google Classroom also. And then maybe I can show you some, I don't know, integrated functions like Google Classroom. You have okay, let me share my screen. So this is only, if ever, I can do this, no? But I'm just clarifying. Do you have any questions about the criteria ang lecture natin lang, Anay? That's before the demonstration, the demo. Okay, medyo nagparayo kita sa topic natin. So, but anyway, it's okay. We can cater to your requests na demonstration of other parts or other typical applications for Google, no? So, Ma'am, sir, do you have any questions about our topic for this afternoon? Okay, shall I proceed na sa demonstration? Okay, sige. So your Google Meet is one application, and actually, let me just share my screen now. So these are the integrated parts of your Google environment. So just share na siya. Okay, when you go to Google, okay, so I think I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the Google page. And then as you can see here, there's a bar on the right side before your picture here. Supposedly, if you have a Google account and you log into your Google account, you can see there the account that is being logged in, and it's an icon there with a circle. But if you have the picture associated with your account, supposedly that is your picture. And beside that, on the left side, is the this is the applications for Google, no? So when I click that one, as you can see, the applications are being displayed here. So most of the time, you're using Gmail. What we're using is Google Drive, Perme, to store any data or any reference na natin. You have the Google Meet for telecommunications. And then YouTube. YouTube is a part of your Google applications. Then, duro pa siya. Ang Google Classroom ari siya. So, if you just walk through, your Google Classroom looks like this one. Let me put it on another tab. Your Google Drive looks like this one. And these are very integrative tools you can use. So upon entering Google Classroom in the environment, you can see here this one. Actually, you can create your Google Classroom masking ganit sa cellphone ninyo. You can monitor your classes on Google Classroom. So I have 3 to show you. This is the 3 classrooms that I've created this semester for BSIT 2A, 2B, and it is supported with the files on the Google Drive. So for the normal Google Drive, I think you have 15 gigabyte storage for that. I think that is enough for you to that is for free. I'm sorry for the slow internet access. But if you have a premium Google account, I think premium Google accounts does have unlimited storage. So meaning to say there's no cap. But I think you have to buy Google Suites, and it's very expensive. But if you have a Google account for education, that is free for Google. Pero dapat sa eskwelahan yung kadaya ma-apply to sa Google na man-an nga gamiton niyo for education. Just like what we have here, ang .edu account namon. I think siya, libre, pwede siya bayad. And unlimited ang storage. Meaning to say, So in our Google Classroom, this is the classes that I have. And then you can click on any class that you wanted, provided you have access, no? So my students have the class code here. This will be discussed by Ma'am Alingalan. Dr. Alingalan will discuss this to you, but what I'm telling you right now is just a walkthrough. You can see here the stream or the main lobby. So this will be the interactive pin board together with your students. If ever you see you share to them the class code, they can enter with the Google Plus in your subject. And there's a generate Meet link for you that is automatic. You cannot see this on the free account. Kaya wala siya Google Meet link. However, you can use Google Meet link na direkta man with your free account. Now, if you will notice in our class today, nagalisin siya pa kamo mag-admit bala kanapon whenever you enter tao ko kaninyo. That is because I'm using the .edu ang anak ka-eskwelahan. So if you ever hindi siya .edu in your account, which is hindi gid man, gapangayo pa kamo ka-access kanapon. Yeah, you're still because pero gina-admit naman kamo nga magsulod sa The reason that I'm using my our school account is that ang feature na makita niyo sa Google Meet, medyo nabi nga feature na hindi, limited ang time nga ginagamit naton. Hindi kita ka-lecture until 3 hours kung hindi that amo gamit naton. And then I can access I can admit until 100 students sa klase nga daya. So hindi na makita sa free account. I think may limit siya kung pira ka bilog. So the same thing with the Google Drive. Your Google Drive, you can see on my Google Drive, ang kagina, ang set. This one is the video na nato, no? Ang kaginang aga ng video nato, yung record. It is saved directly on our Google Drive. Sa Google Drive siya naka-save. And then this is the module, no? In different classes. This is found also in Google Classroom. Sa classwork nanda. So this one. So like for example, this is this IT number 2 we are now on chapter 15, and as you can see here, graduating pa. These are the classwork that they are working on with their classes, with our classes. So diyan naman gina-paste tanan nga lectures or modules. May attendance man kag ang tanan nga activity. Then ang sa people, you can see here the number of people that is enrolled in my class. And then ang grade na daw is automatically computed. Pero syempre ikaw ta na mismo ma-transpose sa imong class record. So the same thing, I don't know with you, ma'am and sir, but I think this is much convenient compared to manual And then I'm also using other communications applications like Zoom. Zoom is very good. Okay, in recording in Zoom, you don't need a consent, just like what we did. Kinanglan ko pa mag-lisensya kanina sa Google Meet, but it is SOP, no? That is a standard operating procedure for Google Meet. However, sa Zoom, you don't need to just to record it automatically, pwede siya. Pero limited ang Zoom for only 45 minutes. Hindi pwede siya kung longer ang sessions niyo, just like we have in our for today. I think hindi na matapos ang obra ninyo sa kay 45 minutes lang siya. So this is Google Drive, and this is Google Classroom. Okay, so I think for today, let me solicit your opinion or reaction about our class kagina. And then sa lecture natin tulad, after this, I think we'll take a break, Anay. Just a short break for us to clear things and do something. And then we'll proceed with some questions with your examination, sa theoretical examination. So liwaton ko lang, your theoretical exam will be on next week, on the second day, that is on the 28th, in the afternoon. In the morning, we have the lecture from Dr. Alingalan, and then sa afternoon, we can have the examination. Your examination will last for 1.5 hours, and that will be 50 item test, multiple choice, tanan, all multiple choice. Then that is in Google Forms. Then I think we'll start at 1:30 and we'll end at 3 p.m. I will just open the Google Meet so that if you have an inquiry or questions regarding the questions natin sa Google Forms, so you can communicate with me in real time, so that I can assist you. I can assist you whenever there's a problem in examination. And then for the skills, I think ang daya ang ginobra nato halin kining aga until today, ipasa nyo kanapon sa Google Classroom nato sa next week. So we can extend the activity. I know some of you are not working our workshop right now for some other reasons, I don't know, but I'm not condemning you or something. I'm just telling you that this is the one of the requirements for you to get the certificate. So if you're not doing this, I think you have to do it with the help of the review later on sa video sa YouTube. You can go over again from number 1 to number 12 kaninang aga, and today from number 1 to number 5 sa internet naton nga criteria. So, but then, if you finish the kagina, just save your work, Anay, and then next, so second day, you can post this or send it to me in our Google Classroom. And then I can give you a grade together with the examination sa theoretical. So that will comprise our 50-50, no? 50 items theoretical and 50 items skills. And then if you get 75, at least 75, you passed, and we'll give you a certificate for the webinar, for the workshop. And then for two, all in all, you can get 4 certificates. 1 certificate for Canva, 1 certificate for Google Classroom, and 2 certificates for competency, and the certificate yun gamitan niyo for the for what's this, your application for the DepEd. I think it's 10 points, if I'm not mistaken. I hope it can help you a lot with your application. And then it's good that we extended to you our the things that you learned lang, and everything that you know on this webinar will be your tools or your guiding in your teaching profession. So anyway, let's hear any questions before we have our break, and then we'll continue with the sample questions. Okay, I think that's Surgeon Mark. Let me hear your voice. Are you still there, Surgeon Mark? Nakatulog, sir. Hello, sir. Surgeon Mark, good afternoon. Hello. Okay, bugtaw pa ka mo? Hello, ma'am. Let me call on Ma'am Kisha. Are you still there? Ma'am Kisha May Agolo, good afternoon. Hello, Ma'am Kisha. Are you still there? Nakaturog si Ma'am. Hello. Okay. Let's call on. Let's see. Hello, Ma'am Bredeline. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You're from where, ma'am? From what school are you?
Anilaw, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So thank you for.
Poblacion, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for participating in this webinar. Okay. Thank you. Sige.
Welcome, sir.
Okay. We'll have a 5-minute break, ma'am and sir. Let's before that, let me read some. Okay. Sige, ma'am. Okay. Let's have a 5-minute break, and then after this, I'll show you the sample questions that will come up with the examination. Okay, you can just we'll have a walkthrough on this, and so that you will know some of the things that you ought to answer during the exam. Okay, so thank you, and for a while, I'm gonna you can take your break, and then after shall we make after 10 minutes or 12, I think 10 to 12 minutes, we'll proceed with the walkthrough. Okay, so thank you. Okay, for a while. Good afternoon. I think, shall we continue? Uh, okay, so this is the walkthrough on the questions that supposedly will come out with your theoretical examination next on the 20th um, in the afternoon. So these are the sample questions that we can encounter. So let me put all on my screen. Okay. Uh, it's raining outside, so you might uh, hear some noises. So, okay. So I think this is the sample questions that we'll have. Let me read to you the questions, and but I will not tell you the answer. Okay, so you just grasp anything, any thought on these sample questions. No? Number one, what is Microsoft Word? A, is it a document software? No, B, a spreadsheet software. Letter C, a presentation software. Or letter D, a database. Okay, number two, the four paragraph alignment in Microsoft Office are left aligned, right aligned, center, and blank. A, reverse. B, middle. C, justify. Or D, buffer. Okay, number three, what is the default font of app in Microsoft Office? A, Arial. B, Tahoma. C, Calibre. D, Scriptbold. Number four, what is the new latest version of MS Office? A, MS Office 2010. B, MS Office 2013. C, MS Office 2016. Or D, MS Office 2019. Number five, what is the specific tab, or what specific tab is the chat box or the checkbox of browser to be found? A, Mailings tab, create submenu. B, View tab, show submenu. C, Help tab. Or D, Insert tab, media submenu. Number six, in MS Excel, if cell A1 has a value of 1 and cell B1 has 31, what is the value of cell C1 if its operator is quotation star? A, 41, B, 23, C, 13, or D, 31. Number seven, what is the app for creating a presentation? A, MS Project. B, MS PowerPoint. C, MS Word. D, MS Excel. Number eight, in MS Excel, what is the intersection of rows and columns? A plain object. B, bracket. C, shapeshifter. D, cell. Number nine, in MS Office, how can you print envelopes? A, Mailings tab, create submenu, envelopes button. B, Mailings tab, start mail, merge submenu, select recipients button. C, Mailings tab, preview results submenu, previews results button. And D, Mailings tab, write and insert field submenu, address block button. Number 10. In MS Office, what is the default reference lab or tab for citations and bibliography? A, Chicago. B, APA. C, Harvard, Anglia. Or D, IEEE. Number 11. What MS Office provides helps in many ways. Which of these are closer to the answer? A, what's this? B, Office Assistant. C, Help Menu. Or D, all of the above. Number 12, which key should be pressed to start a new paragraph in MS Word? A, down cursor key. B, enter key. C, shift plus enter. D, control plus enter. Number 13, which of these toolbars allows changing of font from their sizes? A. Standard. B. Formatting. C. Print preview. Or D. None of these. Number 14, which bar is usually located below the title bar that provides categorized options? A. Menu bar. B. Status bar. C. Toolbar. D. Scroll bar. Number 15, which of the following are valid minimum and maximum zoom sizes in MS Office? A. 10-100. B. 20-50. C. 10-500. D. 10 and 1000. Number 16, which option in file pull-down menu is used to close a file in MS Word? A. New. B. Quit. C. Close. D. Exit. Number 17, how many characters can be typed in a single cell in Excel? A. 256. B. 1024. C. 32,000. D. 65,535. Number 18. A worksheet can have a maximum number of rows. A. 256. B. 1024. C. 32,000. D. 65,536. 19. A typical worksheet has number of columns. A. 128. B. 256. C. 512. And D. 1024. Number 20. Comments put in cells are called A. Smart tip. B. Cell tip. C. Web tip. And D. Soft tip. Number 21. Which menu option can be used to split windows into two? A. Format windows. B. View windows split. C. Window split. D. View split. Number 22. Getting data from a cell located in different sheet is called A. Accessing. B. Referencing. C. Updating. Or D. Functioning. Number 23. Which of the following is not a valid type in Excel? A. Number. B. Character. C. Label. D. Date or time. Number 24. Which elements of a worksheet can be protected from accidental modification? A. Contents. B. Objects. C. Scenarios. D. All of the above. Sorry. 25. Concatenation of a text can be done using A. Apostrophe. B. Exclamation. C. Hash. Or D. Ampersand. Number 26. Which area in an Excel window allows entering values and formulas? A. The title bar. B. The menu bar. C. The formula bar. Or D. The standard toolbar. Number 27. Multiple calculations can be made in a single formula using A. Standard formula. B. Array formula. C. Complex formula. Or D. Smart formula. Number 28. An Excel workbook is a collection of A. Workbooks. B. Worksheets. C. Charts. Or D. Worksheets and charts. Number 29. Graphics for word processor. A. Peripheral. B. Clip art. D. Or C. Highlight. Or D. Execute. Number 30. What does the Control+I shortcut key accomplish in MS Word? A. It converts selected text into next large size of the same font. B. It adds a line break to the document. C. It makes the selected text bold. Or D. It applies italic formatting the selected text. Number 31. In H2O, the figure 2 appeared lower where left effect has been applied. A. Superscript. B. Lowered. D, C. Subscript. Or C or D. Laid down. 32. Why are the headers and footers used in document? A. To enlarge the overall appearance of the document. B. To mark the starting and end of a page. C. To make large document more readable. Or D. To allow page headers and footers to appear on document when it is printed. 33. What does Control plus B shortcut accomplish in MS Word? A. It converts selected text into next large size of the same font. Or B. It adds a line break to the document. C. It makes the selected text bold. Or D. It applies italic formatting the text or the selected text. Number 34. What is the minimum number of rows and columns that the word table can have? A. 0. B. 2 rows and 1 column. B. 2 rows and 2 columns. D. 1 row and 1 column. Number 35. When a formatted number does not fit within a cell, it displays A. Sharp, 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 sharp. B. Sharp div slash O. C. Number div at sign. Or D. None of these. Number 36. What symbol is used to enter number as text? A. One quotation. B. A quotation. C. Equal sign. Or D. Plus sign. Number 37. Data can be arranged in ascending or descending order by using A. Sort column from table menu. B. Sort command from data menu. C. Sort command from tools menu. Or none of these. Number 38. To select multiple non-adjacent cells in worksheet, you will click them holding A. Control key. B. The Alt key. C. The Shift key. Or the D. Control Shift key. Number 39. How many sheets are there in Excel workbook by default? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. Or D. 5. Number 40. Which of the following component displays the content of an active cell? A. Name box. B. Formula bar. C. Menu bar. Or D. Status bar. Number 41. To move the previous worksheet, press A. Control page up. B. Control page down. C. Shift plus tab. Or D. Control plus tab. Number 42. Red triangle at the right corner of the cell indicates A. There's an error in the cell. B. Choose tools and then options. C. Choose file and then properties. D. Choose edit and then files. For number 43, two common wildcard characters that Excel recognizes are A. Ampersand, star and question mark. B. Less than and greater than. C. Tilde and slash. D. Plus and minus. Number 44, how to align center using a shortcut. A. Control plus I. B. Control plus E. C. Control plus R. And D. Control plus L. Number 45, which of the following is the correct format of an email address? A. Name at website.info. B. Name at website.info. C. www.nameofwebsite.com. Or D. name.website.com. Number 46, the computer jargon WWW, 4W stands for World Wide Web Worm. A. B. Wildlife Web. Letter C. Worldwide Women's Web. Or letter D. Worldwide Women's Week. Number 47. The process of transferring files from a computer on the internet to your computer is called A. Uploading. B. Forwarding. C. FTP. D. Downloading. Number 48. In internet terminology, IP means A. Internet provider. B. Internet protocol. C. Internet procedure. Or D. Internet processor. Number 49, which of the following is not a search engine? A. Bing. B. Google. C. Yahoo. D. Windows. Okay, the last one, number 50. Verification of a login name and password is also known as A, configuration, B, accessibility, C, authentication, or D, logging in. Okay, so those are the sample questions that will eventually, not necessarily come out, but I think that is a sample question that you expect to come out during the examination for your theoretical examination. So do you have any questions, ma'am and sir? Do you have any questions, ma'am and sir? Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Dion, do you have something to say? Okay, so just I don't know if I can give you a supplemental material on this. I'll look for I will post it on our GC na lang. Maybe I can find materials for you to read, sample reading for the examination, theoretical, or maybe you can search na lang in Google siguro, or probably you can do your own research, or for your convenience, I'll look for it in my files if I can pass to you some aspects of your with the 4 applications, including internet. So maybe that is theoretical, and please go over with the go over with the discussion this morning and this afternoon regarding MS Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and this afternoon with the internet topics. And please perform the criteria so that we can and then post that in our Google Classroom next meeting. Okay. So do you still have any inquiries about our just raise your hand so that I can recognize you and then we'll answer your question. Okay, no more? Sige. Shall we call it a day na lang, Subong? Ma'am and sir, if you don't have any questions. Or let me ask you, are you ready to get your exams next meeting?
Reading, sir.
Ma'am? Yes, ma'am Raisa. Do you have something to say, ma'am?
Okay man, sir. Thank you, good sir. Nadugangan amon nga about that.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. But then you still have to accomplish the second day and the third day so that we can sige. So some more comments, ma'am. Let me read some of your something to in your chat box. Yes, ma'am. That's why I think siguro. What will happen is that I think you have stock knowledge, man, on these things. I know that you are using these applications all throughout. How many years na? Pero it's good if you have any readings or some valuable insights. But most of the time, probably, just be confident in taking the examination. So I think that is a 90-minute exam. That is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So you still have a lot of time. You have a lot of time that is spared for you to get the examination. But please don't leave anything blank. It's a multiple choice exam, but please don't leave it blank. If ever you're not sure, just go back na lang siguro. Para if ever that, because you have to pass it before the time. Okay, what will happen is if you are going to get an exam in Google Forms, if it is time bound, meaning to say kung may time or may timer siya, what will happen is before the you have to press the send button before ang cut-off time. Okay, if ever you will send it after the time, it will not your examination will not be valid, no? It will not be valid. What I mean about not being valid is that hindi na siya pagbatunon sa system. So maybe please send it 5 minutes before the deadline. So if we start at 1:30 p.m., maybe you can finish it at 3 o'clock. Pero hindi nyo siya paghilaton ang 3 o'clock. Mga 2:50 pa lang siya gani, ipasa nyo doon. Kaya kung ma-cut off, cut off time, what will happen is hindi pag-recognize Google ang imong pagpasa doon. So wala timot ngaran so sa examination. Why napasulod ang ano ninyo. So I'm warning you because we experienced this during our during this pandemic nga wherein if we give deadline in Google Forms sa exam sa mga quizzes naman sa mga estudyante namon, may nagakabilin gid tanang mga estudyante nga wala siya kapasa on time. So ang problema, once nga ma-cut off ng time, hindi doon pwede mapasulod ang exam. So panugon lang bala na ma-retake ka examination. And sa kanaton do hindi ko maghatag retakes. Hindi pwede. Ma-suffer ang integrity ng examination naton. So that's why, ma'am and sir, I encourage you to pass your the examination. Please get the exam, and then before the time, please send your answers already. So 10 minutes before the time, or 15 minutes, if you're sure. You still have to review, right? Your answers, kaya kung sakto siya or hindi. Pero I think you have a lot of time sa 1 hour and 50 minutes. 30 minutes ng examination sa 50 item ng exam. So, amo da. Ano lang gid gamay lang na sa oras na pag-ball ka exam, and then afterwards you can pass it, and then it's okay, it's already because we still have to tally your scores. After you passed or you press send, what will happen is maman nyo lagi ang scores niyo. So the Google will compute for you. That's why you can see your scores automatically after you send press button. Okay, let me read another comment here. It says, okay, Sir John Mark, the exact day of the exam is in the afternoon of the 28th. So sa second day natin sa 28th, sa morning, Ma'am Alingalan will have a lecture for Google Classroom, and then in the afternoon, that will be our examination, sir, sa hapon at 1:30. Pero 1 o'clock, I think you still have to log in sa Google Meet naton para ma-monitor ko kamo kung ano yung problema nga hindi ka makabuol ka exam or kung hindi ka makasulod sa Google Classroom. Okay, you still have to follow my instructions on how are you going to log in our Google Classroom. Kay Ma'am Alingalan nga kay Dr. Alingalan nga lecture is for you to create your own Google Classroom. At the same time, kung paano ka mo makalagin sa mga co-participants ninyo sa anda nga mga classroom. So, amo dayag goal ka meeting. Pero it is applicable sa exam naton. Kay insa, I will add you to our Google Classroom. You have to take note of the class code that I'm going to give you on the spot. And then afterwards, mag-enter ka mo sa Google Classroom. Then you can start the exam. Is it understood? Do you understand, ma'am and sir? What are the instructions that we're, And then from there, I will direct you directly to the exam at exactly 1:30. So the class code will be given to you 5 minutes before the exam, so that you can access your Google Classroom. Okay? Hindi pwedeng i-advance ko ninyo ang class code. Kaya that will be hindi na siya dynamic or hindi dun magdurungan at the same time hindi dun valid ang exam na to. Okay. Another question is kay Ma'am Anne-Marie, what if being nag-run out, pwede pa na makakuha ka exam? Though hindi man mag-burn out siguro, ma'am. I'm hoping at least check your local LGUs if there's an advisory for brownout, and then you tell me if may blackout yet. I'm not hoping for the blackout, but I'm hoping that we can proceed with our exam as planned, and we can finish this all throughout. Every step of the way, I'll be guiding you, so don't worry about your exam. Don't think it too much. Just pambasa-basa lang kita. Kag i-ano ninyo itong review ko ninyo. So parang i-ano nyo liwat na tawag sa Google, sa YouTube, para nga ma-review ka mo. Okay? And then pambasa-basa lang kita. And just study the shortcut keys on the keyboard. Control-I, Control-S, Control-P. What else pa? Mga basic lang yun. How to save from Word, how to save, how to print, those are the basic things. Kay ang goal naton is before naman ka mo tagaan certificate, we make sure that you understand or you can answer the questions that is being set or given to you by DepEd, no? For validation. Kaya they are validating eh. Sa una, wala pa mag-apply lang sa may certificates and 10 points lagi. Kaya tulad, it's a different thing. DepEd is very rigid in its criteria. Kaya because my mother is from DepEd also. She's a retired teacher, and I have witnessed several processes in how are they dealing with their applicants. Karang una medyo pa siya, tawhay-tawhay. But today, I think DepEd is more rigid. Gina-check inanda, mabasa na may certificate ka, o ipa-perform ka nanda ka, simple lang na mag type sa screen sa keyboard kag sa ka document, tapos hindi ka pa kamaan mag-save, hindi ka maan mag-print, hindi ka maan So, masanda, insa na tawaan ka nanda certificate niya, hindi ka man gali ka perform ka daya, kamaan mag-gamit Excel, excuse me, or kamaan mag-obra ka mga presentation sa PowerPoint. So, all of those things, you need to know, ma'am and sir, you need to perform. That is validation coming from DepEd. Validate kinanda. Hindi lang man nga ginatawaan na kamo certificate. Okay na. Pero we make sure that you can actually do during the evaluation sa ninyo, mag-apply ka mo sa DepEd. So, kay siyempre 10 points man binalantaw man ka DepEd kung karapat-dapat ka mo tawaan 10 points man sa hindi bali nga may certificate ka mo. So all of those things our consideration for giving you your certificates, no, and that you really is competent in Microsoft Office applications. So we're not what's this gonna making it hard for you. Actually it's the reverse. It's how we're helping you how to study all of these things, so that if ever time will come that you apply, if ever DepEd will validate, you can confidently perform ang na-perform man ninyo sa DIA Kanaton. So do gina-simulate lang naman ang situation wherein DepEd will eventually evaluate you if matuod din man nga gintawan naman ka certificate, if competent ka mo sa mga applications ka Microsoft. And kaya mo lang pinaka simplest or pinaka na gina-require ka mag-evaluate sanda. Okay, so I think that's about it, the explanation and why kailangan din natin mag-exam anay or gina-measure naman ang competency ninyo gid sa Modaya before we give your certificate to you. Okay? Another question is, sir, can we have a soft copy of your PowerPoint presentation for day 1 as a reviewer? Sir, I think I don't have any PowerPoint presentation, sir. It's mainly because ang kaginang aga is for the competency ang ano naton, ang skills ang gina-perform naton. Pero the good news is, Surgeon Mark, I'm going to post this in YouTube later on, and you can actually see for yourself, liwat, kung paano ninyo ano daya. Okay? What I can give you, Surgeon Mark, is the ano lang siguro, ang pwede ninyo mabasa-basa as a supplemental material. You can expect that tomorrow siguro, no? Or tonight sa GC naton, I can give you several reference materials na pwede niyo basahon kag i-walk through ninyo sa ano ninyo. Okay, sir? Okay, sige. Some more questions siguro. Ma'am and sir, do you have any more inquiry about okay, please ask questions. Please ask questions so that we can remedy or we can actually answer it for your information. Or okay, sige. So I think this is it. I think let's call it a day na lang, subong. If you don't have any more questions, no? Thank you very much for attending our afternoon session. We'll see you again on December 28th. That will be on Monday, the same time, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. I'm sorry, 12 a.m. And then, hindi na kamo magpanaw. We'll have a picture taking first. Picture taking pakita liwat for documentation. 13 na lang kita kabilo. Hindi na ma'am palihog magpanaw. Please open your my camera. Please open your camera for picture taking. Okay ma'am. Okay, sige. Okay. Sige. Anay mga natin. Kasi may katarindog or practice and smile. Pasensya lang mo, medyo madulom ako because against the light. I'm using my camera in my phone sa telepono ko. Okay, wala ako webcam. Maybe I'll use my laptop next time. Ang ginagamit ko, subong desktop. So, okay, ma'am and sir, please, Sir Joel, can you, sir, please, Sir Joel, Aurelia, can you open your camera, please? And Miss Mary May Palencia, can you open, please? Miss Raisa, please open your camera. Miss Julian and Miss Rachel. Sir John Mark, please open your camera, please. Dali mo lang dia, sir. I-picture taking lang kita. Sige daw. Before we, for attendance na. Oh, isa nga ikaw. Tingnan. Ang nagagawa kay Kisha si Sir John Mark of the Nagel. Isa na doon. Sorry. Oo. Okay, ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and smile. Smile. Okay, so, wait lang. May naka-ano kayo. Sige, data. Okay. Duwagin din mo, Sir John Mark. Kay Kisha, ito na ang isa. Sige. Ready. Smile lang pala. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so, wait lang kita. Dali lang yun, ma'am, sir. Dali lang yun. I-open ko lang akong nga. Hindi na itong ginaganit ang akong nga file. Okay, never mind. This one lang. Dili ko lang ibutang sa dalom ang cellphone. Para we'll have a break for a while. Okay, one more. Isa na lang. Okay, kumain na sila. Sige na. Okay, guys. One more. Okay. Please open your camera. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, good. See you next meeting. That will be December 28, 9 a.m. and this afternoon. And 29 pagid. Sige. If you still have any inquiries or questions or things that you need clarification, please don't hesitate to ask me in our group chat. And I will post materials from time to time, so you can find the materials for your examination. And then, please review our the video that I'm going to post later on YouTube, so that for your reference. And if you ever wanted to go through our criteria and perform it, and then because you're going to pass it to me next meeting or probably sa last day, so that is 50% of your the workshop that the output in our workshop is 50% of your certificate, so that is required. Okay, so any last words, ma'am and sir? So let me thank you so much, and good afternoon. Okay, I will stop the recording now, and thank you, ma'am Raisa, and then you can go now. This is we will adjourn 1 hour earlier sa quota naton, but productive gid ang adlaw naton, no? Sige. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, ma'am, please. Bye.